Can I help you with something?
Keep your nose clean.
Be careful if you want me to.
Bank makes personal finance easy. As always, all Gal Bank transactions.
Listen, I have a lot of... You don't look like a new hire stump. Really? Oh, this is... I have a business problem. You're a law and order type? This job is literally serving justice. So you are just... Well, confession time. See, the world of credit analysis, dealing... What I need is a ringer. Someone... What I need is... Oh, I can tell you're eager. That's good. But if you haven't noticed, and someone gets seriously underwater, sad truth is, we can't track everyone down, so credit analysis... Yes! So, we got a Galaxy class. Turns out, surprise, it was... Now, he's holed up in a... And we don't want him dead. We don't... Well, you may need to lean on him. And don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I get... These are scofflaws. Scum. Flagrantly violent. If he dies, then his assets go to... So if he forces you into an it's you. But I cannot stress this enough. This is not the ideal outcome. Well, I mean, yes. And you don't dome up on a dust ball unless you're serious about it. I'll send over all the details.
Debt collection?
True. I hate to end on this note, but you cut a deal with Dieter, but don't expect any more jobs from me. Together we can really make a difference. We have to try. Every time. Those are credits that could have been a loan for us. Or they could take a bite out of our share price. Now, I know it seems... Absolutely. We make sure that our reputation is... True, collections isn't...
Hello, welcome to the Galbank Archives. May I see your credentials, please? Oh, no, none at all. I'm all alone down here. Well, I guess you're down here too, right? So, that... Oh, no. All the current records are upstairs in the main facility. Just one moment while I verify. Oh, yes, Mr. Dombrowski. Welcome, sir. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. No. No. Never. Not at all. Hey, look. Please don't... Me? No. Look, this is my first day on the job. Just cut me some slack, okay? I can't afford to lose it. Got a wife and kids to feed. Everything checks out. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. There we go. Have a wonderful day. Don't mind me. You go do your, thing. Whatever it is.
It's worth checking. You know what you might find in your pockets.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
Next time you see Bog, tell him to lighten up. Guy's got a real attitude, bro.
You want to kick back?
You buy from me? Heading out. I'm sure I got something. Let's get you set up. See ya.
Weapons, take your pick. Done here? Fine by me?
Please tell me you know. Fine. We're done here? Great.
See anything you'll... Hey. Always a pleasure.
Looking to make it business it is. Remember, all trades are restriction-free.
I like my weapons like I like my coffee.
If this works out, I'll have a
Need
reliable
something?
source. I'm a little concerned. Well, let's see what we're... If you're trying to score... Medical... Take care of yourself.
You can get work from the boards near the record.
You know, I'm pretty sure I didn't get full credits on that last job. Either you or your setup may need some updating.
The fleet's the only fan.
Your buddy Rokov is aboard the Key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on. Now I remember why we kicked his ass out the fleet. Yeah, that'd be a first.
All right, neighbor, you've made your point. Well, since you're vouching for Rokov, I guess we can give him another chance. All right, now that is out of the way, we can move on to the matter at hand. Crix's legacy. Speaking of which, let me see that data you copied from the Galbank archives. Ah, so the Galbank transport went down over Bannock 4. Bannock. Why does that sound familiar? Neva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up. And... I got it. Bannock 4. Let's see... Damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without frying every circuit aboard.
Approaching that in... well, in any ship would be suicide.
Don't know that one, huh? Well, EM-class means the planet is... Fly your ship anywhere near one of these Yeah, sure. We'll just wrap your ship in a ton of copper and launch you right in there. That ought to do the trick, right?
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Crix hit the same roadblock. All we need to do is figure out how he got around it.
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time to me.
No, this all makes sense. The data says the transport went down over Bannock 4. There were ships fighting across the entire galaxy back. That's the spirit, Rook. That is the essence of the Crimson Fleet that has been slipping away lately. Neva, the Galbank data says the transport had a CBR-27 transponder. Can we track that kind of thing? Pinpoint its exact location?
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption, constantly reshuffling frequencies. We don't have shit like that laying around. But, before you get that pissy look on your face, I heard that the UC's been working on a ship signal decryption system called the ComSpike. We grab that little beauty, and we'll be able to track anything you want.
All right, here is the plan, so shut up and listen. Rook, I want you and Neva to put your heads together and get us that ComSpike. I don't care if it's mounted at the top of mast. I want it. In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM-class gas giant problem. And I think I know just who to ask.
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the ComSpike with Jazz, and I'll point us in the right direction.
We do or we die. That's the way Crix did it.
Best we can. What are you, 5?
All right, that is enough. We are in arm's reach of Crix's legacy, and I don't have time to deal with this kind of bullshit. Now, both of you, get the hell out of here and get to work.
All right, let's get this over with. Follow me.
Fleet first. Never forget it.
Thanks for making me look good. I would have had to kill you otherwise.
We may not have official security on the key, but we are always looking out for traitors.
Those crabs ain't gonna steal themselves.
I always thought e-leeches were just pests. Never considered trying to raise one as a pet. Imagine having your own terramorph.
Anything ship-related, you're at the right place.
All right, let's get right to it. Did you get the Earth Savior Award, or am I gonna be very disappointed? Well, that's because, you see, everyone above you in the fleet is making more than you are off the same gig. That's why we're all understood? Good.
First of all, this is my section of the key. So, and second of all, I know all about. Just throttle down and give her the damn thing already so we can get to work.
Well, well, look at that. You followed my directions, and now you're gonna end up with some credits in your pocket. Of course, it would have been more money if you hadn't blabbed about the damn thing to roll call. But that's on you. Anyway, here's your cash. Keep this up, and I might even start respecting you. All right, Fleet? We've all got work to do, so let's get to it.
Here to upgrade that ship of yours?
Better get a move on before Dale sees you slacking.
Ship services? You need it? Sure. It's not... Fine by me.
Welcome back, Agent. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
Maintenance crews are the unsung heroes of the Vigilance. Ensign Betty does a ton of work.
So I heard there was a bit of excitement on the Siren of the Stars. Your handiwork, I assume?
We told you we'd be keeping tabs on you. So, did you get information for us or not?
Yes, and I heard there were no casualties. Excellent work.
Except for the eclectic hit squad that you took down at the archives. We've taken care of that mess, by the way.
Speaking of which, I assume you copied the information from the Galbank's computers. Let me see what you got. So the legacy went down at Bannock 4. Bannock 4. Why does that sound familiar, Toft?
Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant, sir. There isn't a ship in the fleet that could safely get near that type of world. The Bannock system was the site of a significant battle during the Narian War. Good. That should slow them down for a while. Look, I spent all day listening to those idiots running in circles. Are you telling me I don't know my own job?
All right, calm down, Lieutenant. Even if Delgado has an immediate solution to the EM problem, there's still the matter of tracing the Legacy's transponder signal. Of course I am. We don't really have a choice in the matter. There are no shortcuts. The route you're taking to secure Crix's legacy for the Crimson Fleet is the only one at our disposal. If you suddenly change your behavior, they'll know something's wrong. In the meantime, we'll formulate a plan. I'm not certain. Galbank uses their own proprietary transponder system. Even a ship as old as the... And even if we could find the ship, we don't have anything strong enough to... Unfortunately, we're hampered by the same... They have information about the ComSpike? Damn it.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that device, sir.
No, you shouldn't be familiar with it. It's a highly classified project. It's an advanced signal decryption and tracking device that the UC Navy's been working on for years. How the hell did the Crimson Fleet find out about that?
There must be an information leak somewhere, sir. It's the only thing that makes sense. I'll see what I can find out.
Fine. This is what we're going to do. You keep playing along and go after the ComSpike. Lieutenant Toft and I will see what we can find out about Bannock 4. My superiors are stubborn. They aren't going... We need more evidence that all the Crimson Fleet's plans were... I don't see the point. The Crimson Fleet apparently has a pipeline of information flow. Any attempt to move the ComSpike would be a waste of time. Perfect. Just stick with the plan, and we'll see who gets to Crix's legacy first.
Early reports say your mission on the Siren was a success. I'm sure the commander is pleased.
This mission is going to require discretion on a number of fronts. I know as much as you do. I wasn't briefed on this particular device. But if the fleet wants to trace the Legacy's if such a device exists, that information is classified. Now, I realize as part of this mission, for the sake of your cover, it's... What? Are you kidding me? Dombrowski was already making a 6-figure salary, and yet he couldn't resist starting an embezzlement scheme. It makes me sick. It's gonna be an absolute pleasure to throw his butt in prison. Anything else? Understood. Keep searching in your... I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Excuse me.
Drank too much coffee last night. I need to swap shifts.
Do what Commander Ikande says, and you'll go far. Back in basic training, I had the record.
About the ship, just screaming superiority complex to me.
She made off with something called the Earth Savior Award.
Oh, hello, I don't... Is that so?
Wait a minute. Well, don't worry. I'm not scared of you. My name is Javanta. I'm an ensign. And just between you and me, doesn't mean you're dangerous. Look at the Model A's on the... Anyway, it was very nice to meet you. Oh, I have so many questions. But I will be respectful of your... Instead, I will ask you a very... Oof, then we can't be friends. No, I'm... Yes, but I like getting up before... But the thing I like best is when it's that quiet. In fact, we keep each other company. Oh, I'm part of the maintenance team that make... On the robotic side, I take care of the... They are people. Not here, but at Drone. And the condition these robots were in was appalling. Personally, I think the way... See? I knew there was something I liked about you. Think of it this way. How can we expect... So I always do... I wasn't happy with my old job at Drone. I felt like my life was on it. But then, it occurred to me, Sistef is far from perfect, but our goal is noble. All right then.
A lot of us had our doubts about you.
Nice work on the siren. You keep this
This
up,
mission will be
operation
tricky.
might finally get
The
folks
comspike
en
will be
masse
heavily
to ship
guarded.
resources.
But I trust you can do it without violence. Very concerned. Which is why when this... So to help with that, I ask that you show additional care. And it will be far easier to explain to Mast why the Crimson Fleet gained possession of class... Commanders are given briefings on classified projects. On rare occasions, we may ask for a project to be pushed through or given more resources. In fact, we recently put in a request to upgrade our shields. As you were.
The commander appreciates the sacrifice.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
What are you hailing for? The key acknowledging fleet vessel. Welcome home.
Board is clear. We're docked.
Rook.
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the comspike is being developed at UC Star Station SY-920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jim's. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY-920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
She would be wise to do the same.
Definitely. We're talking cargo depots, star yards, research stations, and, like in SY-920's case, military outposts. I've never seen someone new to the game have some... I don't know how she accomplished that. You're in the fleet. You should... As far as Juan goes, even the... I sure hope so. 'Cause she might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm spike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it. We paid good money for the information, and if it doesn't, a certain source at Mast is gonna have to deal with it. You just bring the tech.
Oh, and what? SY-920 is a UC military installation. That if you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, she's got the clout to get you in the front door. They're gonna think you're part of a regular supply delivery. Beyond that, you and Juan are gonna have to put your heads together and come up with a plan. Are you kidding? The UC's already painted giant red crosshairs on our backs. Keyway and his pals at SysDef won't rest until we're dead. It's not like you can make them any angrier at us, right? Shoot the place full of holes if you want. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Okay, you'll make sure. More like, get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that comm spike in your cargo bay. I'm gonna leave that up to you. If you get into deep trouble, and you think bringing her into the fold is gonna make... At some point, Delgado's gonna be promising every... But until the money's within reach... The Crimson Fleet made contact with her. We were searching for a smuggling connection in UC space. And her name? Not only did she pass. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. But hey, we'll talk later.
You've got stuff to smuggle. I've got this. You mean way back then? Before the tech was available? I suppose he might have been able to... Unfortunately for us, I'd bet about... Assuming the technology works? If what they say is true, ratchet encryption, signal protocol... Now, I doubt it does all that, but it should be enough to crack. Catch you later.
I'll have someone grab... Get me up if you got...
Will we be stopping for food? I would not mind trying something, and there are plenty of options.
By the way, Captain.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. Another day, another shift.
I take
take it you're Neva's new recruit? Ah, you must not be used to pirates being so cordial. But in the heart of New... I can't afford to be as rough as some of our cohorts. Careful, the walls have ears. SY-920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have the necessary approvals. Neva says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get you on board. I can do that, but I have conditions. Good. If I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option. Look, I know I don't have a lot of history with you, but I'm putting my reputation and ship on the line for these. It's not personal. If you're... There's nothing I can do for you at that point.
Do not mistake us for amateurs. We will get the job done without sacrificing your route.
I appreciate the confidence. I just want to remind you, this job calls for more discretion than your usual swashbuckling adventures. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. It's the Jade Swan. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, you can't come and go as you please. I'd like to. In my experience, the more people know about... Famous last words. But you do this job right, and who knows what the future holds. Anyways, I appreciate the small talk. Delgado's crew aren't usually so chatty. But let's keep our focus on the mission. We can swap fast enough to be on a first-name basis with the Marines working the comms. It also helps they want us to dock. A cargo ship means supplies, special requests. In the void of space, a cargo hull? Only what I've been told. Get you on. That being said, I can be a better... Interesting. When we get to the station, I'll see if I can pull any information on its whereabouts. Hopefully that'll make for a smoother trip. Less than you. And even if I did, but if Delgado's after it, then so we better do it right. We'll talk more on the ship.
I will not help you hurt people. I cannot, will not be a part of this.
Take it your neighbor's new recruit? Careful. Well, SY920. Neighbor says you're after. I can do that. Good. If I can be... But make no mistake. This route is highly...
Do not mistake us.
I appreciate it. In any case, I make sure you're prepared. Only what I've been told. That being said... Interesting. Hopefully they'll make for... less than you. But if Delgado's... So we better do... I'd like to. In my experience, the... famous last... Anyways, but let's keep our focus. Enough to be on... It also helps they want. In the void of space... So we'll talk more on the ship.
I will not aid you in this. Something to say? Say it then. Have you lost your mind? Do you even understand that you would even... What is there to say? I appreciate that. I am going to do my best to get past this. And the next time we arrive in port, it would do you well to reflect on how you arrived here. Hello, love. Finally, I've been waiting. I was just thinking about you. Indeed I do. You will think of me, I hope. I've never quite been able to think of New Atlantis as home. Well, I suppose I should.
Looking for the next mark. Nobody can stop the Crimson Fleet.
Yes?
You need something, dearest? Need to see what I'm... I will be here for you, as always.
Captain Dai, you can fly the ship herself. Way better than I can.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Return your piece of cargo if you have to. Good. Say nothing and let their minds fill in the gaps.
Arguably a good philosophy for more than just this mission.
I'd say so. There are times when you have to put on a show, but that's more for new clients. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it. All right, then get comfortable. We leave for SY-920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and grab drive. All systems go.
We'll graph jump the SY-920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship. The fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that. Hey. I was a UC pilot before getting discharged. They say dishonorably, but that's it.
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu, cargo class ship ID UC 7938, requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock in docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked.
Yes? What? I'm the pilot of the Jade Swan. She's a good bird. Never gets cranky.
Okay. Hello.
Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks. There should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone. Provided you haven't sounded the alarm, then yeah. This is a star station, so as far as tactics go, it's an oldie. Only military personnel are allowed out of the cargo area. That's why we need to get you to the barracks. I would hope not. But if they do, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
Howdy.
Board the station and look for an intercom. See you.
Captain Dayu can fly the ship herself. Way better than I can.
Hey. Glad you're in the fleet. If you weren't, I would have killed you already.